Welcome to episode 14 of LinguaFox, your shortcut to fluent speech. Today's episode tackles one of the most frustrating challenges in language learning. Why do I forget the words I study? And more importantly, how can you fix this and make vocabulary learning part of your real everyday English? Let's dig in. Learn words in chunk, not alone. When you learn a word like interest, don't memorize it by itself. Learn it as part of a phrase or sentence. I'm interested in music. That's an interesting idea. Out of interest, why did you change jobs? Phrases give the word a home in your brain and a map for how to use it when speaking. Wondering why this works? When you study full phrases, you're feeding your brain ready-made sentences. It's like learning dance moves instead of individual steps. Much easier to perform naturally, right? It also boosts confidence. You no longer feel like you are guessing in conversation. Instead, you've rehearsed the rhythm. And this gives you a taste of what language is primarily made of: patterns. And once you understand linguistic patterns, it becomes much easier for you to keep those words in your mind and use them in a more practical sense. Speak with new words immediately. After learning a word, don't wait a week to use it. Use it within minutes in speaking or writing. Say it in your next WhatsApp voice note. Use it in a journal entry. Pretend you're in a cafe using the word in a conversation. It's not enough to know the word. You must own it. And again, you might be wondering why this can work. If you don't use a word, your brain assumes it's not important and throws it away. But if you activate it by speaking or writing it, your brain flags it as useful and keeps it. Even a 30-second voice message to yourself can lock that word in forever. Use the 3 times 3 rule. 3 sentences over 3 days. Every time you learn a new word, use it in 3 different original sentences over 3 different days. This light repetition helps transfer the word to long-term memory. In fact, without boring drilling. The reason it works is because consistency beats intensity. Repeating a word over days gives your mind time to absorb, forget, and relearn, the natural cycle of memorization. Also, when you create your own sentences, you make personal connections that deepen memory. This method is smart, low stress, and basically proven. Here's my recommendation. Keep a speaking bank, not a word list. Instead of making boring lists of vocabulary, record yourself using new vocabulary in short speaking tasks. For instance, today I learned frustrated. I feel frustrated when I wait too long at the dentist. Over time, your voice becomes a personal dictionary. You'll also hear your progress week by week. The reason why this works is because passive learning keeps words locked in notebooks, but your voice brings them back to life. When you hear yourself using advanced or emotional vocabulary, it builds belief. Wow, I said that, right? Your speaking bank becomes a mirror of your growth and keeps motivation strong. And then watch and imitate conversations with new words. After learning a word, search for it in real life contexts. Be on the hunt, be on the lookout. In YouTube videos, interviews, TikTok dialogues, Netflix scenes. Find a clip, listen for how it's used, and imitate that line. Then try saying something new with the same pattern. What you need to keep in mind and remind yourself of every single day is that language is a living thing. Seeing and imitating real speakers helps you feel the word's tone, emotion, and speed. It's not just about understanding the word, it's about speaking it like it belongs to you, like you own that word. This step is where fluency takes shape. So, Don't just learn words, train them. Vocabulary doesn't stick by accident. You need systems like chunks, speech banks, spaced practice and repetition, and a voice that believes in your progress. Learning fewer words but actually using them will change everything. So choose 3 new words today and start talking. Did this episode help? Okay, share it with a friend who always says, I know the words, but I can't use them. And follow LinguaFox for weekly tools that make English clear, practical, and real. Until next time, stay safe.